Something cute, comfy, totally selfie-ready. You nailed the vibe. But then, TSA. Next thing you know, you're barefoot on a cold tile floor, arms out like you're in airport yoga, explaining your bra to a stranger, while the girl in sweatpants, already sipping wine at the gate. It's not just bad luck, it's the outfit. That oversized hoodie, those lace-up boots, the innocent little hair clip you forgot was metal, TSA scanners love them, and not in a good way. If you fly often, you know, the wrong outfit doesn't just slow you down, it makes everything feel 10 times more annoying. Security becomes a runway of regrets. So in this video, we're breaking down what not to wear to the airport, and more importantly, what to wear instead. We're talking insider tips straight from TSA agents, frequent flyer fails, and the kind of wardrobe choices that either speed you through security or land you in the pat-down lane. Because travel should feel effortless, not like an obstacle course with zippers, sequins, and sweat. Before we dive in, quick question. What's the worst airport outfit you've ever worn? Drop it in the comments. You might just see yours on this list. We all have that one hoodie, the one that feels like a warm hug and hides the fact that you rolled out of bed 20 minutes ago. Pair it with wide-leg sweats and boom, instant travel outfit. Cozy? Absolutely. TSA friendly? Not so much. But when your clothes are too baggy, TSA starts wondering what's underneath. And no, not in a flirty way. Big layers make it harder for scanners to do their job, which means you're suddenly the person being pulled aside while everyone else is zipping through with their Starbucks. Sometimes they'll ask you to take it off, right there in the line. Now you're juggling a carry-on, a laptop, your phone, and a hoodie that's half off and tangled in your earbuds. Welcome to airport limbo. And even after security, oversized isn't always your friend. Ever try buckling your seatbelt under a tunic that could double as a throw blanket? Not exactly a graceful moment. The extra fabric that felt like a blessing at 6 a.m. turns into a wrestling match at 35,000 feet. So what's the move? Go for layers that fit close to the body but still breathe. Soft joggers, a relaxed tee, a lightweight zip-up you can peel off in 3 seconds flat. You'll still be comfy, but now you're also security line proof. They seemed like a good idea this morning, maybe even stylish, but the moment you hit the TSA line, your shoes turn on you. If they've got laces, you're bending like you're in gym class. If they zip, you're one tug away from pulling a muscle. And if you had the boldness to wear heels to the airport, I salute your confidence, but your arches won't. You could be rocking designer boots fresh off a fashion blog, but at TSA, that means nothing. What matters is speed. No benches, no grace period, just a tray waiting for your shoes, laptop, liquids, dignity. Please remove all in under 12 seconds. And let's talk about barefoot airport floors. Cold, slightly sticky, and walked on by thousands. Not exactly the spa. If you're in flip-flops with no socks, guess what? You're stepping straight into that mystery zone, raw-footed. Even after security, bad shoes haunt you. Long terminal walks feel endless, and if there's ever an emergency where you actually need to move fast, flimsy slides won't cut it. So here's the win: slip-on sneakers, soft loafers, ballet flats, basically anything you can kick off and slide back into without needing a plan or prayer. Bonus points if they don't have metal parts to set off alarms, because nothing should slow you down at the airport, least of all your shoes. We've all done it. You put on that perfect fitted outfit, snatched waist, clean lines, maybe even a little shapewear for good measure. You look good, you feel good, at least until the plane takes off. About an hour in, your jeans start to rebel. What felt flattering now digs in like it's punishing you for having hips. You shift, adjust, sigh, useless. Here's the catch no one talks about. Your body actually expands in the air. The cabin pressure, the altitude, the fact that you've been sitting for hours, it all adds up. And if your clothes are tight before takeoff, they'll feel like shrink wrap by the time you hit cruising altitude. But it's not just about comfort. When you're stuck in a seat for 5, 6, 10 hours, circulation becomes a big deal. Super tight pants, leggings, even shapewear can restrict blood flow, which ups your risk for swelling, or worse, blood clots. Not exactly the in-flight experience you were going for. The smarter play? Go for soft fabrics with some give. High-waisted joggers, a breathable top, compression socks if you want support. Just skip the full body squeeze. Because when you're flying, the goal isn't just to look good walking through the terminal, it's to survive the flight without having to count down the minutes until you can undo your pants. Your hair is on point. Slick bun, tight braid, maybe even a cute claw clip to finish the look. You nailed it, and you didn't even use dry shampoo this time. Go you. Scanner time. No metal, no mistakes. Still a beep. Now TSA's waving, and you're wondering what just happened. Spoiler, it's on your head. That innocent metal hairpin? Yeah, scanners love that stuff. And now you're digging through your hairstyle in front of strangers, pulling out bobby pins one by one while trying not to drop your phone, your boarding pass, or your patience. Even worse if your hair's up tight. You either ruin your style or hold up the line while TSA does it for you with the little wand. So how do you avoid the hair interrogation? Easy. Stick to non-metal options. Fabric scrunchies, soft headbands, plastic clips, they look cute, stay in place, and don't trigger alarms. Plus, you'll thank yourself when you're not forced to restyle your hair next to Gate B12 with airport bathroom lighting. Let your hair shine after security. Before that, it just needs to behave. Quick pulse check. Has TSA ever stopped you for something totally random? Tell me your weirdest pat-down moment. A little sparkle never hurt anybody until it delays you at security. That necklace was supposed to complete your outfit. The stack of rings? Totally part of the vibe. And those hoop earrings? You weren't about to fly without them. But TSA doesn't care about your aesthetic. You walk through the scanner, beep. They pull you aside. Now you're standing there, trying to remember how many bracelets you actually put on this morning, while your tray's already rolling away with your laptop and bag like it's got places to be. Here's the deal. Even small pieces of jewelry can set off the scanner. It doesn't have to be chunky gold or a full arm party. Just enough metal in the wrong spot, and boom. Delay city. And if you forget to take something off, you might earn yourself the full-body pat-down experience. Not exactly the souvenir you had in mind. The smarter play? Keep the bling in your personal item. Toss it in a pouch, breeze through security, and then put it back on at the gate like the stylish, stress-free traveler you are. Or if you must wear it, stick to one piece, just not the full jewelry box. Save the sparkle for the selfies after security. TSA won't compliment your earrings, but they will slow you down. You want to smell nice, who doesn't? But here's the problem. Airport security lines aren't exactly ventilated. You're shoulder to shoulder with strangers, already sweating through your hoodie, and then someone walks by wearing what can only be described as OD overkill. And if that someone is you, congratulations, you just became that person. Fragrance travels, fast, and it doesn't care how expensive your bottle was. One spritz too many, and suddenly, Gate 26 smells like a department store. Your seatmate has a migraine, and the guy behind you is fake coughing like it's 2020 all over again. And let's not forget, TSA agents aren't immune. If your scent hits before you do, don't be surprised if they ask a few extra questions, because strong smells can also be used to cover up other things. Yep, it's a thing. So what's the better move? Keep it subtle, or skip it entirely until after security. You can always freshen up in the airport bathroom or carry a tiny rollerball if you really need a top-up. Because on a travel day, the goal isn't to smell unforgettable, it's to be forgettable in the best way possible. Smooth, quick, drama-free. This one's for the fashion lovers. You might want to rethink that cute one piece. They look amazing in theory. Easy to pack. One piece, no need to match. You slip it on and feel instantly put together, like you've got your life in order, even if you barely made it to the airport. But here's the part nobody warns you about. Airplane bathrooms weren't designed with rompers in mind. Picture this, seatbelt signs still on, a bit of turbulence, and your bladder starts knocking. You squeeze into a stall the size of a coat closet, elbows hitting the walls, trying to undo buttons behind your neck like it's a timed challenge. And yes, you're basically undressing top to bottom, just to pee. Rompers and bodysuits? Great for brunch, terrible for travel days. And let's not even get into delays, gate changes, or the dreaded motion sensor lights that turn off mid-mission. The last thing you need is a wardrobe obstacle course when all you want is a working toilet and 2 minutes of peace. So unless you enjoy wrestling with your outfit in public, go for something that moves with you. 2 pieces, stretchy waist, fast exit. Simple, breathable, drama-free. Because when you're 35,000 feet in the air, the only thing that should require strategy is your boarding group. You leave the house feeling good. Soft knit sweater, thick scarf, maybe even that oversized cardigan your mom swears by for travel days. You're layered, you're warm, you're ready. And then, airport reality hits. Security line? Packed. Ventilation? Non-existent. You're juggling your bag, your laptop, your shoes, and suddenly your back is sweating like you've just run to the gate, even though you're still stuck between the ropes. By the time you finally sit down at your gate, your sweater's glued to your skin, your undershirt feels like a sauna, and now you're faced with a choice. Deal with it, or attempt the world's most awkward striptease while wedged between strangers in row 19. One thing no one warns you about? Airports are a climate gamble. One terminal's freezing, the next feels like you're inside a toaster. That just-in-case chunky layer might be the thing that ruins your day. Here's the upgrade. Breathable base layers and a light jacket you can fold up and toss in your bag. Something you can adjust to the chaos instead of being stuck sweating through it. Because when travel days already come with delays, layovers, and gate changes, your outfit shouldn't be the reason you're overheating before you even board. It's probably the last thing on your mind when you're picking an airport outfit. You're thinking comfort, maybe style. You're not thinking, will this melt into my skin? But maybe you should. Here's the thing. Emergencies on planes are rare, but they do happen. Battery fires, smoke in the cabin, malfunctioning cargo, you name it. And when that happens, what you're wearing actually matters a lot. Fabrics like polyester, nylon, and other synthetics, they don't just catch fire, they melt onto your skin. That cozy, stretchy top or those leggings you live in could turn dangerous in seconds. That's why safety experts like actual aviation journalists have spoken up. Natural fibers are your best friend at 30,000 feet. Cotton, bamboo, wool, they don't melt, they breathe, and they give you a better shot at walking off that plane if things go sideways. No one's saying you have to dress like a firefighter, but if you have the choice between cotton joggers or full-on synthetic leggings, maybe go with the ones that don't double as shrink wrap in a crisis. Because it's not about being paranoid, it's about being prepared. Quietly, comfortably, without making a scene. You're rocking your favorite cap. Maybe it's your go-to travel look. Maybe it's just covering a bad hair day. Either way, it works, until TSA says, "Sir, I'm gonna need you to take that off." Hats might seem harmless, but TSA sees them as hiding spots. Metal logos, hidden items, too much bulk, it all raises flags. Unless it's for religious or medical reasons, your hat's coming off. And now you're holding it in one hand, phone in the other, wondering if your hat hair is about to be immortalized in your passport photo. The fix? Keep it simple. Or skip the hat until you've cleared security. Because while hats can make a statement, the one thing you don't want them saying is, let's slow this line down. You're not carrying weapons. You're not hiding anything suspicious. And yet, welcome to the fashion-forward version of airport roulette, where your jeans, your bra strap, or the studs on your jacket are suddenly public enemy number one. The thing is, TSA scanners aren't great at telling the difference between a concealed item and a decorative zipper. So when you show up decked out in metal hardware, giant belt buckle, chunky chains, rivets on your sleeves, you're basically asking the machine to get dramatic. Even underwear isn't safe. Yep, that tiny clasp on your bra, it might set something off. And if it does, prepare to stand awkwardly while someone waves a wand around your waistband and gives you the "ma'am, I'm going to have to pat that area down" speech. It's not about ditching style altogether. Just maybe don't wear every piece of metal you own to the airport. So before you reach for the jacket with 12 zippers and a mood, ask yourself, Do I really want to explain this outfit to a TSA agent with a latex glove? The smoother path? Wear your metal-heavy pieces after you land. Your outfit can still slay, just not in the security line. Flying with a baby? First off, respect. You're already doing something 90% of passengers are too scared to even think about. There's one thing TSA won't put on a poster, but parents learn it fast. Not all baby carriers are created equal. If you're using a soft wrap or snug fabric sling, you're golden. Most TSA agents will let you keep it on as you walk through the scanner, baby still snoozing peacefully on your chest. No drama, no meltdown. Everyone wins. But if you're rocking the big, structured carrier, the one with buckles, frames, and enough straps to rig a tent, yeah, that one's going on the belt, which means you have to unclip, unwrap, and physically carry your probably napping child through security. One arm under the butt, the other fumbling for your boarding pass. It's a parenting obstacle course you didn't sign up for, and it usually ends with someone crying. Sometimes it's the baby. Sometimes it's not. The smart move? Use a soft carrier just for the airport. Keep the bulky gear in your checked luggage or stash it in the overhead after boarding. Because getting through TSA with a baby is hard enough. You don't need your baby carrier acting like a carry-on with an attitude. Okay, we've covered the worst offenders. Did your outfit survive the list? Or did we just call you out? Airport travel is already enough of a mental game. Boarding groups that skip numbers, overhead bins that vanish too fast, and that one guy who brings tuna on the plane. Your outfit? It shouldn't be another stress point. What you wear can make the difference between gliding through security like a pro or getting stuck explaining your bodysuit while your tray glides away without you. It's not about sacrificing style. It's about flying smarter. So next time you pack, think like a frequent flyer. Breathable layers, minimal metal, shoes that slip off faster than your patience, and maybe save the statement shirt for after you land. And hey, if this video helped you rethink even one piece of your airport outfit, give it a like, or share it with that one friend who still insists on flying in lace-up boots and a denim jacket covered in studs. We all know someone. Got your own go-to airport look that never lets you down? Drop it in the comments. I read every one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the gate. Hopefully not in the secondary screening line.